Salesian Eloquence, transforming hearts, not just minds. Today, I invite you to reflect on a distinctive aspect of Salesian spirituality, eloquence. In the Salesian tradition, eloquence is not merely about the art of public speaking or persuasive communication. It is a profound means of touching hearts, inspiring transformation, and drawing individuals closer to God. Saint Francis de Sales, the master of gentle persuasion, understood that true eloquence transcends intellectual discourse and penetrates the very core of a person's being, fostering genuine conversion and lasting change. This video explores the essence of Salesian eloquence, its theological foundations, practical expressions, and its enduring relevance in today's world. The first point for our reflection today is understanding Salesian eloquence. Salesian eloquence is more than rhetorical skill. It is a holistic approach to communication that integrates intellect, emotion, and spirit. It seeks to persuade not by force or coercion, but by gentle invitation, heartfelt sincerity, and the transformative power of love. This form of eloquence prioritizes the heart as the center of the human person, recognizing that genuine transformation occurs when the message resonates with one's deepest affections and desires. The second point for our reflection today is key components of Salesian eloquence. These include, first of all, heart-centered communication. At the core of Salesian eloquence is the emphasis on speaking from the heart with genuine affection and devotion. Saint Francis de Sales believed that heart speaks to heart and that true persuasion comes from the authenticity and sincerity of the speaker. Secondly, simplicity and clarity. Eschewing ostentation and complex jargon, Salesian eloquence favors simplicity and clarity in language. The goal is to make the message accessible and understandable to all, regardless of their education or background. Thirdly, gentleness and kindness. Gentleness and kindness are hallmarks of Salesian eloquence, creating a safe and welcoming space for listeners to open their hearts and minds. This approach avoids harsh judgment or condemnation, instead focusing on encouragement and affirmation. Fourthly, adaptability and relevance. Salesian eloquence is adaptable to the audience and context, addressing their specific needs and concerns with relevance and sensitivity. This involves understanding the listener's backgrounds, experiences, and aspirations and tailoring the message accordingly. Fifthly, integration of word and life. True Salesian eloquence is not confined to formal speeches or sermons. It permeates every aspect of one's life, integrating words with actions and embodying the message in one's own context. This consistency between word and deed enhances credibility and fosters trust. Third point for our reflection today is theological foundations of Salesian eloquence. The Salesian concept of eloquence is deeply rooted in Christian theology and the teachings of Saint Francis de Sales. The following theological principles underpin this approach. First of all, incarnation. The incarnation, where God became human in Jesus Christ, exemplifies the Salesian emphasis on making the divine accessible and relatable to human beings. Salesian eloquence seeks to enflesh spiritual truths in ways that resonate with people's lived experiences. Secondly, love as transformation. Salesian spirituality emphasizes that love is a transformative force. Eloquence in this context is a vehicle for communicating God's love, which has the power to change hearts, heal wounds, and inspire conversion. Thirdly, the Holy Spirit. St. Francis de Sales believed that the Holy Spirit is the inner preacher who inspires and guides true eloquence. This understanding emphasizes the importance of prayer, openness to divine inspiration, and reliance on God's grace in communication. Fourthly, the heart as the center. Salesian theology views the heart as the center of human person, where intellect, will, and emotions converge. Eloquence, therefore, aims to reach the heart, engaging the whole person in a dynamic process of transformation. Fifthly, universal call to holiness. St. Francis de Sales emphasized that holiness is not reserved for a select few, but is a universal call for all Christians. Salesian eloquence seeks to inspire and equip everyone to pursue holiness in their daily lives, regardless of their vocation or circumstances. The fourth point for reflection today is practical expressions of Salesian eloquence. Salesian eloquence manifests itself in various practical ways, shaping how individuals communicate in different contexts. Here are some key expressions. First of all, preaching and teaching. St. Francis de Sales was renowned for his effective preaching, which touched the hearts of his listeners and led to genuine conversions. His approach involved speaking with affection, simplicity, and conviction, tailoring his message to the needs of his audience. Secondly, spiritual direction. Salesian eloquence extends to the realm of spiritual direction, where gentle guidance, compassionate listening, and insightful counsel help the individual discern God's will and grow in holiness. Thirdly, writing and communication. St. Francis de Sales was a prolific writer, using letters, treatises, and other works to communicate spiritual truths in an accessible and engaging manner. His writings exemplify Salesian eloquence through their clarity, warmth, and practical wisdom. Fourthly, interpersonal relationships. Salesian eloquence is not limited to formal settings. It is expressed in everyday interactions through acts of kindness, empathy, and genuine connection. Building authentic relationships characterized by mutual respect and love is a key aspect of Salesian communication. Fifthly, leadership and influence. Leaders in the Salesian tradition exercise influence not through coercion or authority, but through persuasion, inspiration, and the power of example. Winning hearts and minds through gentle kindness and genuine concern is central to their approach. The fifth point for our reflection today is challenges and considerations. Embracing Salesian eloquence in contemporary society presents certain challenges. First of all, the allure of persuasion. Our media-saturated world often equates eloquence with manipulation and empty rhetoric, making it difficult to discern authentic communication from deceptive tactics. Secondly, the emphasis on intellect. In academic and professional settings, there is often a disproportionate emphasis on intellectual prowess, overshadowing the importance of emotional intelligence and heartfelt communication. Thirdly, the fear of vulnerability. Speaking from the heart requires vulnerability and authenticity, which can be daunting in a culture that often rewards stoicism and emotional detachment. To overcome these challenges, it is essential to cultivate self awareness, practice empathy, and seek ongoing formation in Salesian spirituality. We must strive to communicate with integrity, always prioritizing the well being and transformation of our listeners. Sixth point for our reflection today is the transformative power of Salesian eloquence. When authenticity embraced, Salesian eloquence has the power to transform individuals and communities. First of all, conversion of hearts. By touching the deepest affections and desires of the human heart, Salesian eloquence can lead to genuine conversion, inspiring individuals to turn away from sin and embrace a life of holiness. Secondly, building relationships. Through empathy, understanding, and genuine connection, Salesian eloquence fosters strong, authentic relationships characterized by mutual respect and love. Thirdly, promoting understanding. By communicating complex ideas with simplicity and clarity, Salesian eloquence promotes understanding, bridging divides, and fostering constructive dialogue. Fourthly, inspiring action. By appealing to the best in people and painting a vision of hope and transformation, Salesian eloquence inspires action, motivating individuals to make a positive difference in the world. Fifthly, creating community. By fostering a sense of shared purpose and belonging, Salesian eloquence helps create vibrant, supportive communities where individuals can grow in faith and love. A call to transform hearts. In conclusion, Salesian eloquence is a powerful means of transforming hearts, not just minds. It is an invitation to communicate with authenticity, sincerity, and the transformative power of love. By embracing the principles of Salesian eloquence, we can become effective instruments of God's grace, inspiring conversion, building relationships, and creating a more just and compassionate world. Let us therefore cultivate heart centered communication, speak with gentleness and kindness, and integrate our words with our lives, always seeking to touch the hearts of those we encounter. Live Jesus.